do this all day.
Oh, it looks beautiful out here.
I've always been really active and, lifted weights, played sports, did everything, worked outside, did a lot of stuff. And I've actually gone to Idaho Spine and Sports for a couple of different occasions, and they all had to do with basically the functionality of my hands. And so I went to Idaho Spine and Sports to get treatment, and got back to a place where I was capable of doing the things that I was used to doing. It got to the point where I was needing help lifting my backpack and throwing it into the truck, or just regular things. And I work in an office and I type all the time, and that aggravated it as well. And so again, it was just my daily life was impacted in ways I didn't even think about. So it wasn't just the heavy lifting and the squeezing and the hand strength and all that kind of stuff. It was a lot more than that. The pain was progressive, and I think it just kept getting worse and worse, and I was trying to just work through it. And as I tried to work through it, it got more painful. And when I got to the point where it was just unbearable is when I called. I believe I had 9 weeks of physical therapy. And every week got just progressively better, and so I went once a week, and I was always looking forward to seeing what the progress was, and so about 9 weeks of it. Immediately after my 8th appointment, I had a tea time, and I wanted to go see how I was doing, and it went great. I was golfing before I even stopped treatment. What they do at Idaho Spine and Sports is they provide basically a plan of exercises that you should do to continue to strengthen the muscles that were damaged or that were hurt. So continue to do those and making sure I follow that plan. It really helps with the continuation of that. So it's good, yeah. Their motto is whatever it takes, and they do just that. I multiple times had to reschedule my appointment due to my schedule changing, and they did whatever they could to fit me in where they could and where I could. Aside from that, they took extra care of me, called me, followed up to see how things were going. They basically were extra accommodating and extra thorough in their treatment. There's a lot of things that I don't think I would have been able to achieve with remodeling our house without having this, and getting the normal tendencies of my life back. And it's a good feeling knowing that there are people in this profession that really care about your well-being, and to that extent.
I walk in the door and it's like, Julie, and at some point after 6 years, I do feel that they will put my picture on the wall. I need my picture on the wall. I started with Idaho Spine and Sports physical therapy approximately 6 years ago. I went in, I was having problems with my knees, and I had torn meniscus, had some surgeries in other places. I worked for Alaska Airlines, and I transferred up to Fairbanks to work at the ticket counter. And while I was up there moving bags and checking people in, my knees just deteriorated fast. I had a son that was terminally ill, and for years we carried him around in his wheelchair, loading it, lifting it, and all that put a lot of stress on my knees. Before I went to physical therapy, I couldn't walk down my path to my mailbox without being in pain. I couldn't walk to the corner. My knees hurt so bad. Overall, Idaho Spine and Sports physical therapy has just changed my life. I had some back stuff too because of the knees, and they worked on all of that. I can sit up straight, I can walk straight. It's been phenomenal. There were several things that were going on with both knees, at different times that, the doctors didn't know, but going to physical therapy with Idaho Spine and Sports, they were able to pinpoint things so I could go back to the doctor and say, hey, this is, and they think that they need you to look at this, and they're like, oh yeah, that's what that is, we need to fix that. that's been phenomenal for me in that, I feel like it's a team effort. We're all working for my benefits. They go above just their hour of work. I feel like, they'll call me, hey, Julie, I know yesterday was rough. How are you doing today? And those are the things that I tell people when they're needing to find a place to go or something. I says, you want to go somewhere where you're made to feel important, that you're made to feel like they're going to get you through this. I just love Idaho Spine and Sports. I love what they do. I love how they have made me feel about myself and giving me my self-respect back, in that I can move. I can now jog. Don't run, I jog, I'm a big girl. But, I can do that. I can walk 2 or 3 miles, without pain. And it just feels so good to be back upright and moving. Just family stuff. You're getting down on the floor and being able to get back up off the floor. Coming to the park, having a picnic on the ground and knowing that I can get down on that ground, but I'm going to be able to get myself back up. And I don't even feel, we don't feel like patients coming in there. It's like you're going, to your buddy. It's like, dude, hey, how's it going? Yeah, come and help me. Please don't make me cry, but help me, and I mean, and their rapport, they have a rapport with every person that walks through the door, and just the relationship they have, the human relationship. It's not a medical thing. It's a, yeah, we're glad you're here. Hope you feel better. Sorry you're not doing so good. Let's see what we can do to fix that. And I just feel like there's a human side to it that's more than, a job. I highly recommend Idaho Spine and Sports because they're a phenomenal group of people with great ethics, a great motto, whatever it takes, we're going to get you there. And we do whatever it takes, and they do whatever it takes. And when they make me cry, they always give me a cookie afterwards. I like that.